Hey guys, I'm here with the 04 Mitsubishi Eclipse. It's the GS, so it's the 2.4. I traded it about a week ago for my 2004 Ford Mustang. It was a V6, so I think it's kind of fair that I traded a underpowered V6 Mustang for an underpowered 4-cylinder Eclipse. I do like it though. I drove it home, everything went really good, and then I went to start it the day after. I was driving my girlfriend's car, because obviously I don't have tags on it. And the coolant was frozen because there is no coolant. It was all water. So I went through the process of draining it. You can see in the window, it's disgusting. It's like yellow, brown. It's supposed to be clear. It's supposed to be water. I also burst a hose and I replaced that. It was like $30, which is insane. I had to buy two because the first one was not the right one. The second one I bought straight from Mitsubishi and that one was perfect. So I actually just threw those on. It's the hose that goes from the throttle body to the thermostat. And so while I was in there, I changed the thermostat and I actually just got done. So there's the old thermostat. I don't know if it was bad, but since I'm gonna be in that area and it's cheap and easy to do, I just went ahead and did it. It was actually the first time I had actually changed the thermostat, but it went really well. I'm gonna try to go tomorrow and get it tagged. So hopefully that all goes well. But other than that, I can't really say too much. One thing. I just bought a new set of headlights. So I'm gonna throw those in. The ones in them now are just these factory chrome, I guess. They're really dirty though. They're pretty yellow. And I think the black housing would just flow a lot better. This is where she sits for now. It's about 56 degrees outside right now. Yesterday, it was down to the 19s. It was really cold. We actually got a lot of snow here. Most snow I've ever seen while living here. Of course, with water as coolant, it was all frozen and it's still frozen, so I gotta let that thaw out. But hopefully tomorrow I'm able to do an engine flush because I have another bottle of flush, 2 gallons of water, and so hopefully get that cleaned out, throw some coolant in it, and hopefully she'll drive. So in the process of getting the headlights on, I got that one in, still trying to get the other one on. Look what I found. Ooh, that's a snap belt. All right, makes sense though because it popped up with a battery and a brake light. So another thing I gotta fix. Another thing that's hilarious, I'm installing these lights, right? This one's kind of going in a little funny because this fender was hit sometime, I don't know when, because that adjustment knob needs to go in. And if you look in there, do you see how folded that is? That's supposed to be way far out. So I don't know. I don't even know how that one was in. Like, I don't understand. It's now won't light up. Here's a little bit of a better view with that light out. But yeah, right there. That's crunched in. This is supposed to be spread out. Some of this stuff's dangling, I don't even know. But yeah, that was 100% hit at one point. It's not horrible, but like, obviously some shit doesn't line up anymore. What the? I don't even understand. Using my jack lever, which is not the right tool, of course. I was pushing this back. There's still not enough room, so I might go buy a crowbar and see if I can push that a little bit further because it's very close. It's like right here, and the knob hits like right there. It's not pretty. I'm not gonna keep this car forever, so yeah. Something extra hilarious I just found out. There was a ton of fucking water back here. I was trying to find maybe if they had a tire iron, which I found one. And it was full of water, which is now ice. Luckily there's drain holes, but what the fuck, you know? It's not that bad, honestly. Super weird though. And this is frozen. There's ice in here. So nothing I can do about that, but I have a couple towels. I'm gonna try to dry it up. All right, I got the headlights in. I'll throw some pictures up. It looks okay. The serpentine belt or something got shredded when I went to start it. I think it was trying to turn the water pump and it burned off. It was shredded, so I'll have to buy a new one. But I think it's a multi-belt system, so I only need to replace the one that goes to the alternator to the water pump, I think. So it shouldn't be that bad.
You stupid.
So it is officially the next day. I got the car on a jack and a jack stand, and yesterday, basically right after I cut off last, I went to O'Reilly's and bought a new belt. It is the right one. I'm in the process now of loosening the serpentine belt and loosening the tensioner for the drive belt. So this should just be able to slip right on. It's a funny story. I got the belt on and I was tightening the tensioner bolt. I've never put a belt on before, so I didn't really know how much to tighten it. And the bolt snapped, so that was fun. I went to O'Reilly's and of course I didn't have it, so I'm here at my local pick and pull, or technically it's a U-pull, but he gave me a list. There's not really any Eclipses here, but there's some Sebrings, and I guess they use the same alternator, so hopefully I have the same bolts, so I'm gonna go see if I can find it. All right, so I was looking around, he gave me a list. Cars with the same alternators, and I found a 2002 Stratus, and I was looking in there, and even the bolts look the same, so it even seems to be a very similar engine, if not the same. But if you look in there, that's the bolt I need. All right, I'm just sitting inside the Sebring. Here is the original. Got it right here. You can see how it snapped right here, right there. So that's the original, super broken. Here's the one I just pulled, that. And here's the intact bolt that just goes right in there. I'll thread it a little bit so I don't lose it, but you can see they're the exact same. It's funny, this is a Dodge, of course. I don't know a whole lot about these cars. Mitsubishi's, Dodge, whatever. I know that Chrysler and Mitsubishi was like a thing together, and so I guess it makes sense. But even looking under here, Mitsubishi is everywhere. It's even on that wire, and right there, all the information there too, with the vehicle information, the model, whatever. I just found that pretty crazy, but it works really well for me because now I have the right part and I just gotta not tighten it as much. I'm gonna go browse around, look at some of the other Mitsubishis. I was wanting a red rear badge. I have a front one, but the back one I have right now is just silver, so I'd like to see if I can find one. I think, just walking, I think that that's a Gen 2 Eclipse. Yep, 100% right. It's pretty cool. I do want one of these. That's a sticker. I do want one of these. I think they're pretty cool. Maybe not a cloth top though. Engine's still in it. Has a manual in it, which is interesting. Kind of cool. And then I see a Gen 4 right there. I'll go look at that too. Dang it. Oh, that's an E46. I love these cars. I like the E36 more now though. Gosh, I am drenched. There's another 4th gen right there. This thing's just flat on the ground. It does have the badge. It is silver though, but it's in pretty fair condition. It said bad motor. I do see a 3rd gen off in the distance. Looks like, oh, there's a Datsun. Look at that thing. Is it like on fire? It's kind of what, yeah, I think it might have been. Man, cool car though. But anyway, there's that 3rd gen. Those badges are a hot commodity too, aren't they? Yep, V6. So, nothing I can even take off of it. I think this is the only 3rd gen in this whole lot. Yeah, I don't have these. I also don't have loaded seats, so I don't know if that makes a difference. Let's shut the hatch and see. Silver. That thing wants to go up. Wish mine was that good. Here's a Celica. I like Celicas, but I don't really care for this generation. 6th gen. I never was really a fan. Look at this old Porsche I just stumbled upon. Looked like it might have been in a fire. Maybe? I don't know, I can't tell. Looks like it. I think the engine's still in it. Oh, I love the pop-ups. Oh, it is. Nice. I'm actually surprised I keep finding more Eclipses. They're all 4th gens. One 3rd gen, one 2nd gen. Here's another 4th gen. I got a buddy who has one of these. That's what I learned manual in, actually. I think I'm probably gonna call it there. I haven't looked through everything, but I don't really care to because I don't need anything else. I'm gonna get out of here, buy that bolt. I'm honest, I'm not gonna just pocket it. I could. He might not even charge me. We'll see. I'm just so glad I found it because I was looking online and I saw like Amazon listings and eBay, but I really don't have to wait. I really want to get it done today. I still got to do that and flush my coolant and hope that all works. All right, just got in the car, gonna head home. He just let me take it, which doesn't surprise me that much, but it's still nice. Realistically, it's what, $2, something like that. So I would have paid, but getting it free is always nice. Okay, I finally got back. Got the belt tensioner on. I didn't tighten it as near as much as I did last time, but it felt to be on there good. Got the serpentine belt tightened. I'm gonna take a break. I'm gonna wash up because I'm disgusting, both hands. And then I'm gonna come back and do that engine flush and start it for the first time. So I'm draining what's in it right now. Based on that sound, I think you can tell that not all of it melted when I drained it last. There's still quite a bit of water in there. So I'm gonna let that all get out. I'm gonna add more water, add some flush, and start it for the first time. All right, go ahead and reconnect the battery. All right, got that all tightened down. Having a little bit of water on standby because I might need to fill this. I should probably leave it open then. It's filled with water and flush, so is the reservoir, so I guess it's time for the first start since I've done all this work. So all it ended up being was the belt was a little loose. I shut it off real quick and then looked around, started it again, and I crawled under there and it was pretty wobbly. So I tightened it up a little bit and it stopped bouncing. And so I went on a quick test drive, heat going so I can get that heater core flushed, and it maintained operating temperature and it didn't overheat. I drove for about 15 minutes, so I'm gonna let it sit for maybe 30, 45 to let all that water cool down, and then I'm gonna head back out, flush it, and then we should be golden. The lights that popped up, the battery and the brake, they're both gone. Check engine light is still there, but that's an emission code, so that's fine. I'm not gonna bother changing that. I'm trying to fix that right now. Here in about 30 minutes, I'm gonna flush that, take it for a little drive, and we should be done. Look at that. Isn't that just delicious looking? It's supposed to be clear, but you know. Don't really know if I've mentioned this, but the guy that I bought it from, this car, he hasn't responded to me in over a week, so he's opened the message too and hasn't responded, so I don't have any hope of him responding, unfortunately, but that's okay. That's how it goes. It's my car now, my responsibility, my problem, so I hope it's worth it. It probably won't be worth it. About 15 minutes and she has not overheated, so that is a good sign. I think that's gonna wrap it up for today's video. I got my goal done of getting this running. This is only the second time I've driven it. 2 hours home, and then here it's at. Thank you guys for watching. If you want to hit that like button, I really appreciate it. And if you want to subscribe to see more content like this, I would appreciate that as well. Have a good day, guys.